Man, more technical difficulties.
So yeah, that's this. I stopped for 4.5 months, and I started again. And
so you.
This is for the.
And this is when your mother
I'm
passed.
writing much more. Yeah. After she died, I'm writing much more, and it's a lot more personal. In fact, I'm finding the personal things. I don't like saying things. It sounds stupid. To be easier to write than the other stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So and that's good. That's a huge upgrade.
Do you
huge?
Do you write comedy? I was talking to Jared yesterday, but do you write jokes that are from real experience, or do you do like?
I try to marry them.
So you do like made up stuff mixed in with like
how?
I almost only do made up shit. I tried talking from.
Those are opinions. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Made up stuff are opinions, observations.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Personal story is nothing.
I would argue that because I would say my comedy lies in having the audience, if not believe in my false truths, at least expose them to them. I present my truths or my falsehoods as truths.
Yeah.
So I think my funniness comes in that truth, where it is the truth. But it's a false.
Once you realize you've been had, you know.
It's not an opinion. It's like.
I'll be okay. So like,
I can
here's an
see
example.
what you're saying. Though.
What I mean is like, I'll tell a joke about like my dad, and it'd be like, so I told some joke about like, oh, I grew up with a really conservative father he was very homophobic and did like a joke, and
those are true. That's not true.
Totally not true. It doesn't. So it's just this fictional dad character for that joke.
Okay.
But I talk about it as if it's, you don't know my dad, so you're just like, oh, that must be what that guy's like then. He just...
Yeah. I don't even see it. I mean, obviously in that sense, but I don't...
That's how I would do them.
I don't write many traditional jokes in that sense. I almost see it more of, like, okay...
now you gotta give us a...
Yeah, well, no, last time I was in the city, I did a whole... It was like a 5-minute TED Talk. You were there, right? That was with Wyatt.
Yeah.
I did this TED Talk about how I was, like, microanalyzing this. I was microanalyzing holiday music and like how the mascots play roles on the religions and all this stuff. And there were no jokes. It was just facts for 5 minutes. But it was false facts.
They were ridiculous sounding.
I didn't smile. I didn't do anything. And it was like, I think it was like that. It was my truth, but it was like the false truth that people were.
That's funny.
Noticing.
Yeah. I imagine somebody who knows you would be like
dying of laughter.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sarcasm. Is that true?
No, I was eating it up.
Yeah. No.
So if it's true or not, that's my road.
Yeah, but I understand.
But the ridiculous, I love the ridiculous road. The ridiculous road to me is very funny.
Yeah, I've tried doing like personal stories, but so far I'm at a point where it's way too wordy and it's not like concise and interesting. So I kind of abandon, like, don't tell that story about your real life. Just say something just something easier. Like, eventually I might, but I haven't gotten to a point where I can tell stories that like, you know,
concise.
Yeah.
It's tougher too because when you're just in a social setting, you don't need to have a punchline every 3 sentences.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when you try to transfer a real life story to stage, it's like, it's still a great story to listen to, but not if you're looking to laugh every 30 seconds. Or like, I think sometimes people can't trim the fat on those.
I'm trying to think my favorite joke that I've ever told is not my. People don't really like that joke, and when they do like it, they laugh really hard. Like that's like hardest I've ever seen, and then it hits them when it is, and it's like basically that. I went to my shrink the other day, and he couldn't help me, and come to find out, I went to another shrink, and it was the biggest self-help group in the world.
Okay.
Right? Hypocrites Anonymous. So.
What is happening?
Yeah.
You went to where? You went to a self-help group?
Dude, you had me so...
Come on.
I literally thought you were telling a real story.
No, that's what I'm thinking too. It is true. It's a true story. It's a true story. You know why? Everybody was there. Everybody's a hypocrite.
Oh,
everybody's there.
It's a thinker.
I'm walking around and my mom is there. My sister's there. My brother's there. Everybody's there. My rabbi, Rolando's there.
Oh no, come on, hypocrite.
There. Everybody's a hypocrite. I'm walking through and all of a sudden, hey brother, care for some hors d'oeuvres? I look over. Okay, Jesus is there, man. That was hors d'oeuvres. And then like that. Then
is this a bit?
Then I'm like, who's running this?
Sounds like
who's running this scheme? Who's running this thing? And I says, I am. God was there, man.
Oh my God.
God's a hypocrite in the Torah sometimes. He says some stuff and then, I'm going to kill you guys, and he doesn't kill us.
All right. Well,
Good.
that's a good lie, I guess. I think.
It's everybody's a hypocrite. Everybody's there. I told that joke.
That's an interesting bit.
When I wrote
ridiculousness
right,
all the way to the
oh, dude, and not only that, when I wrote that joke, I almost literally lost my mind. I was about to call the hospital, man, because I was thinking, I was like, man, and if the hospital guys come, they're gonna have me on the stretcher, and I'm going into the rubber room, and I'm like, you were there, everybody was there. I guess that's my style of humor. So I guess I don't think I'm necessarily a punch. I'm not a punchline type of.
It's a form.
I'm working on it. I would like to be more. So my thing is, I take somebody here, and all of a sudden it just drops down. It's just something that you don't really think about. You know, it's stupid, but we all can kind of relate to it. You know,
it's almost just the overall mantra of just having a stupid thought.
Like my girl,
mostly reality.
Like my girl, my ex-girl. I was talking about Cookie Tush. Like, why do I call her Cookie Tush? Because you ever date a girl that
she ate so many cookies and got a fat ass?
That too.
Nice,
She did have a nice ass. Incredibly nice ass. Ass too nice. You know, sometimes you don't want a girl for too nice ass.
Ass too nice.
Now think about it. Now, I've never seen any of you guys girls. And I don't even look at another guy's girl like that.
Mine is very buddy.
But what's that limit? What's that limit that you come down to where a hot girl that you just wouldn't date her because she's too hot? Well, you wouldn't wife her because she's too hot.
Like a 6 or greater.
Really? Like you? That's funny. That was a good answer. Well, how about you? Like how far will it to like? I wouldn't date her because her ass is that nice where wouldn't even want to.
I have no limit. I've never thought of that before.
I know what you're saying though. Like, I see girls that are just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Like,
I see ones that I think
I don't know if I'm ready right now to just, because you can't just kind of be into a girl that's like a dime. Like, you have to we're fucking dating and doing
that's
shit
basically
all the time.
like I broke up with my ex because I also got into a car accident and had to pay money out to Wazoo that I didn't even have. And
you're Jewish.
She was that fine. Where I was like
that you would pay it.
And I broke up with her not because I was afraid, but I was just like, you know, there needs to be some type of imperfection someplace. You know, there needs to be. There's no cellulite anywhere. Your ass is that nice and fat, and there's no cellulite anywhere. And them tits that just sit up like two, what does it say in the Torah, in Psalms, the Psalms, the book of Psalms, it says the two breasts like two deer in the field, in the misty field, like two rhinos eating those.
Yeah, those are both things that have horns coming out of them, so that's kind of.
I can see what you're saying though. Like,
she had her nipples were like slightly melted Hershey Kisses.
Yeah,
gross. Ugh. Yeah, I see.
Caramel Kisses
with almonds, right?
And
fucking almond joy. Yeah.
Crunchy on them shits.
With pistachio nuts, son.
Here's a question: do you remember your first joke that you ever told on stage?
Yep.
Both of you. You should tell them right here. I'll tell you mine.
First joke?
The first joke you ever took to the stage.
Mine was that I started dating a girl, and she says she talks in her sleep. 3 o'clock in the morning, I heard her mumbling, "Dirty Mexicans." That was my first joke.
It kills in this room, dude. It kills.
You know why? Because when you look at Rolando, you know what you think?
Uh-oh.
I know what I think, but tell us what you think.
Because when Nicaragua was going through turmoil in the 80s.
Turmoil.
What were they going through in the 80s?
War.
Like, the Nicaraguans looked like the toughest people on the planet, my niggas. Like, they were harder looking than the Taliban or any of that. Like, they were beautiful people, but they were going through some shit, yo.
I didn't know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't know that.
I'm still listening.
And it's he's like it's.
We crush a war as loud as possible.
Like I can just tell with Rolando's style of comedy that it makes sense where you're from.
Let's hear yours, Jared.
Ow!
Oh yeah.
I hope that. I mean that as the highest compliment, man. Like it's.
So what does that mean? I'm hard. What does that mean?
No, like I get
interesting look.
You're erect right now.
No. It's not your look.
What is it?
It's who you are, man.
Thank you.
It's who you are. Like your family background. Like I'm black, dude. I come from struggle. I come from perceptions of struggle and misperceptions of struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that I can tell that it's somewhere in his lineage, comes from it. And I'm not saying that you guys, I'm not saying you guys' comment doesn't come from struggle, but.
I mean, you could have just been like, yo, good joke, Rolando.
Well.
All right.
But I mean, I always.
Tell us yours, though. What was your first
Yeah,
joke
give me
ever?
this.
If you remember ever told on stage? If you remember it. That you remember telling.
Yeah. And it wasn't even, I didn't even write it. I just did it. It was crowd work that I went on stage.
All right.
And I was like, I paid $5 to Steve. I'm giving these guys $5 so they can hear me. So you guys can hear me talk about how fucked up my life is. I'm paying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And did that hit though?
It hit actually.
I feel like that would hit in that room because everybody knows what it's like. Yeah, that's.
And everybody knew it was my first night, so I was like, "You guys are." I'm paying you $5. Steve, you're making money off of me telling them about my fucked up life. Like, how fucked up is that? And it hit it right. And Steve was walking by. And he laughed, and and the whole room laughed. It was really weird, but it's not all that great of a joke.
My first joke was so stupid. It was so dumb. First of all, I showed up to an open mic. I didn't know you had to sign up beforehand. I just went there and talked to the host, and he's like, "Oh, you had to sign up beforehand, but if you want, since you're here already, we'll just squeeze you in the middle. Just do like 5 minutes." And I don't even think I had 5 minutes of material. And the first joke that I said as like the stand-in was like, I was like, "Oh, so I've been drinking a lot of coffee lately. I guess that means I'm addicted." It's funny about coffee because you could say you're addicted and everybody laughs with you, but the first time they catch me drinking cough syrup at the subway station, it's right to rehab for me. Didn't hit I thought that was funny, but there was no way. All right, well, you're just fucking.
Look at that.
Dude, I need you in the front row of my show.
That was good.
What about?
Good. You need him on the stage as your hype man.
It was good. It was good. No, it was
What about
good.
Zach? What
made
about
that
you?
joke funny to you?
What's your stuff? What made that funny?
Yeah.
What made it funny? To me, that's what that's how I thought addiction was funny. I didn't know how to say it in a.
You're like a momentum style comic. Like he gains momentum throughout his dialogue, and I was like, this.
Okay.
Like the manager kicks in, right? The manager.
I've never had anyone analyze my.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
But yeah, that was it for me.
He's comparable to just audible farts in a microphone.
Wow.
Alright,
I picked the tough sets as my voice cracks.
But yeah, mine. The first one I really remember doing. I used to write. It's way different than I do now. It's I used to write out just a 3-page thing, so I was just reciting. You guys do that early on? Just like you write your jokes and you're not on stage performing, you're on stage reciting what you wrote down earlier.
Once.
That's how I was. I used to write everything. So the first joke was about something about being on a just public transportation, like a bus, and a guy next to me was watching porn with headphones on, and I knew the actress, so it was about me asking to borrow an earbud from him. And what is
I remember that joke, dude. I thought that was funny back then. Yo, let me grab an earbud, dude. Yeah, that's where it all began.
He's gonna say no.
But that stupid grin too, man. This is so stupid, right? Can I bring your earbud?
Yo, bro,
And he can pull this shit off though, my dude. The nigga can pull it off. Look at it.
That's Tory Lane right there, dude. Yeah, I'll take some of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, take off your earphones. Look over at Adam and say, and just look at Adam and say, dude, can I?
Yo, dude, you know, like,
I guess.
Wow!
We're just in that.
I'm easy though. I'll fucking give you
Live
everything.
action.
You could go easily from comedian to motivational speaker, or is there a difference?
Watch porn in public.
It-
Have no shame is what I'm saying. I'm beating around the bush, but that's what I'm saying.
Can we talk about a joke we're working on now?
No, that was like the first joke I remember.
No, can we?
You could.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
talk about. Oh, yeah, because I imagine we all have one.
No, I'm still doing that joke that
Do
I
I?
just said 4 years ago.
I think I wrote.
No.
Yeah, do you have anything you're
Well,
workshopping right now?
I like this idea. It's been floating around for a while. Okay, you ready?
So,
I'd hand a monkey instructions on how to be human so I can watch him eat them. Now, the hand a monkey instructions on how to be human and watch the monkey eat the instructions.
Oh, so you mean whether to use that wording or the other wording?
Go back and go back.
Just the concept.
Oh. No, or is that whole thing an asterisk? And you would go on stage and do that action and then see.
It would evolve into something, but this is...
So you would bring a monkey on stage with you?
Never.
So you would just say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
but not this necessarily. I would say a
You would,
version.
like, do that as a thing.
This is my ridiculous road material.
okay.
That's ridiculous for me.
I like.
That's not about my mother. That's not about
Yeah.
ghosts.
It's just a thing that almost makes no sense when you. It's just like, wait, what?
Wait, that
Like-
not about ghosts?
no, but
That's how it goes, right?
But what can I extract from that?
Yeah. Well, monkeys are fun. If you
Idea.
have a monkey slipping on a banana peel, dude, you get 5 seasons out of that.